the time was less, I didn't feel uncomfortable because I thought this is life. Whatever happens to us, we have to take it positively and respond to it in the right way. Whatever you face and how you deal with it will only define what you will do in your future. Better be prepared so that it automatically adds confidence to your communication.
नमस्ते एवरीवन, वेलकम टू थिंकिंग ब्रिज। और आज हमारे साथ हैं उमेश। बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग स्टोरी है उमेश की। उमेश अभी रिसेंटली पीडब्ल्यूसी में सिलेक्ट हुए हैं और उनसे हम जानेंगे उनकी सीए की जर्नी और उनका इंटरव्यू एक्सपीरियंस एंड एनी इंपॉर्टेंट लेसन्स दैट ही वांट टू शेयर विद यू ऑल। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट। वेलकम उमेश, वेलकम टू दिस सेशन एंड आई एम सो ग्लैड टू हैव यू हियर। प्लीज इंट्रोड्यूस योरसेल्फ।
So, good morning, guys. This is Umesh, and I'm from Hyderabad, and I'm glad to join Pooja on this session. And I would like to share many incidents from my journey of becoming a chartered an article assistant in one of the big fours, that is PwC. So I come from a humble background, and I've done my schooling. I've done my schooling from St. Anne's Grammar School, and then I moved on to college, where I chose MEC, and my college was Bhavan Sri Aurobindo Junior College.
For those who don't know what MEC is mathematics, economics, and commerce. So, right, Umesh?
Yeah, yes, exactly, it is. So this MEC decision was based on the advice given by my mother, and then after that I started doing some research on that, and I discovered that there are many possible career opportunities in CA, that is chartered accountancy, and hence I took my first step, that is the CA foundation. So my CA foundation attempt was in November 2020, and I started preparation just like everybody, but due to the COVID lockdown, it got delayed because there was a national emergency and coaching institutions were forced to shut down. So they had taken a little time to shift from offline to online, and hence my classes got a bit delayed. But that was okay. I felt that if I have to do it either this way or that way, it has to be good. And the time was less, I didn't feel uncomfortable because I thought this is life. Whatever happens to us, we have to take it positively and respond to it in the right way. So I started my CA foundation. I did it through a coaching institution. I had given almost around 5 to 6 months of my time to dedicate myself to understand what the CA foundation course is all about. The 4 papers, the entire syllabus, how we have to register for the exams, when are we expected to be ready for our exams, how are we to prepare for it, all that stuff in all the 6 months. And then slowly, as my exams approached, it's natural to have the tension of exams in the heat of the moment. Sometimes we make mistakes, sometimes preparations go wrong. I've seen that personally. But even though it goes wrong, it is for your own good. Don't forget that whatever you face and how you deal with it will only define what you will do in your future. So it is very good to come in front, to come face to face with challenges, so that it makes you ready for the future. And not only for the future, it defines at the moment what you will do to get out of that situation in a good way. So that was about my CA foundation. And
Right.
I cleared my CA foundation with a score of 313 out of 400, 313.
That's amazing. That's an amazing score, actually.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Let's talk about your CA intermediate journey. You appeared for CA intermediate in May 22, and this was your first attempt, and you cleared it, right? Let's talk about that journey a bit. How did you prepare for it?
Okay, so post my CA foundation, due to some personal reasons, I had to take a 6 months gap, and then I started my CF inter preparations. And even in the 6 months gap, I had done a little bit of research about what the papers are, and I have started off of one subject, that is paper 2 financial management subject. I had started it off already. So after the 6 months, I started offline classes with my coaching institute, and
Mhm.
mostly they dealt with paper one subjects first. That is accounts, group one accounts,
Mhm.
corporate law and other laws,
Right.
manage,
Tax, cost.
management accounting, and taxation. So
Mhm.
once these group one accounts, group one subjects were done, slowly we shifted to the group two subjects. Almost it was done by around December. As I started my classes in August, it was done by December mid, and then we moved on to, as I said, group two subjects. And
Mhm.
group two subjects really were a bit tricky. Tricky in the sense because there was a lot of theory in it, and to add to it, we had to remember so much of stuff, especially in audit and EISSM.
Correct.
So that part it had to be dealt very carefully because we had to do multiple revisions. We had a lot of things to remember, and even before the exam day, we had to prepare for how we have to attend the exam. Means how we have to present our answers in the paper,
Yeah.
because there is a very strange concept around these two papers, audit and EIS, that these are the only things which will pull you back.
Correct.
So we had to prepare for it, many revisions, writing practices, and all of this finally yielded fruit, and it helped me in getting my first attempt cleared. I mean, my CA intermediate clear in my first attempt.
Congratulations. बहुत बढ़िया. So after that, how did you decide that you want to get into Big Fours? Why didn't you settle for any firm that is near your house? That would, as people say, that there is a myth that if you're doing your articleship from a nearby firm, then you'll get more time for your CA preparation. How did you decide that you want to go to Big Fours, and how did you prepare for interviews?
So regarding the Big Fours, that I again asked my seniors and my friends, because many of them were telling that you had cleared your CA intermediate in your first attempt, you better go for the Big Fours, because there is a lot of preference for those candidates who get their CA intermediate cleared in first attempt, that to both groups. And also in the Big Fours, we have a very good exposure to clients, because I have heard from my seniors that they get a lot of exposure to many new softwares, many growth opportunities, how to face clients, how to communicate with them, how to go on with the work, how to manage work and study. All of this stuff, it can be done even in a Big Four. Then they also convinced me that it will not be that difficult, provided same again you are dedicated and committed towards it. So I decided that even if it is a mid-sized firm or even it is a Big Four, it does not matter to me. But as Big Four is a big platform for my career, so let's go for it.
Awesome. So now let's talk about the preparation phase for Big Four. What all did you prepare? Who told you that what kind of questions will be asked? And did you watch any of the demo classes, any sessions on Thinking Bridge? Did that help you? Let's talk a bit about that.
Yeah, so regarding Thinking Bridge, I had actually heard this from one of my friends in my ITT classes. They are told that this is a platform where you are shown about what work you will be performing in your articleship. They will show you an bird's eye view about whatever you will be doing. So I thought this will be a good platform to check out, and I was interested in doing auditing, so I ended up watching the auditing masterclass video, the one technical video which was for free, and then I thought that this would be okay, and I started preparing for the interviews myself. I had prepared especially for like from auditing. I had prepared some main important standards. Although I had revised it for my exams, the
Mm-hmm.
gap which after the exams which we got during the results, that was very huge, and there was a many concepts which I had forgotten.
Yes.
So just I got go through them and I brushed them, and then I also studied a little bit law, and also a few provisions of tax which might come in handy.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And I also revised the accounting standards, which is a predominant part of the auditing. all
That's
this
correct.
with all this I had gone to the interview.
Right. Absolutely. Your approach to the interview preparation is absolutely correct. That's exactly what we suggest all our students also to, what all study material they need to go through and what all standards they need to prepare for. So good job done there. Let's talk about your interview. How did your interview go? What was your entire experience? What kind of questions were you asked? Let's talk a bit about that.
So first of all, as there I had a 3 rounds from before getting selected. There was this aptitude test round, then we had a technical round, and then the partner round. So in the aptitude test part, there were many questions from different fields. Like there was a logical reasoning, there was aptitude, and there were general English questions, and
Mhm.
some of your basic mathematics. Thought that's only all those stuffs were checked. And then coming to the technical session part, in this they asked a little bit about the accounting standards, and then
So this
uh,
was a face-to-face interview, or was it the written test only?
no, this was also a face-to-face interview conducted online.
Okay, conducted online. Right.
Online.
Let's talk a bit about the questions. What kind of questions were you asked? कौन से टॉपिक में से पूछा था?
It was mostly from accounting standards and some basic concepts from C intermediate. Like they asked, what is a bank reconciliation statement, and explain it in your own words. They asked some general situations and asked me how we would pass journal entries for them.
Right. Case study बनाकर, then they asked you how would you pass a journal entry, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. What else? Any tricky question that you could not answer, that you felt nervous? At any moment you felt nervous during the interview?
No, I would have felt nervous if I wasn't prepared for the interview. But as I had already covered all the concepts and also had watched some videos on communication skills also, which I did not mention now. I mentioned did not mention earlier. I'm mentioning it now. That communication videos, they helped me show and present myself in the interview in such a way that the interviewer got really impressed that this is the right candidate for the job. So that sort of impression you got to create in the interview.
Right.
And regarding the question part, that's all they asked. They asked general questions like auditing में ये concept क्या होता है, general concepts. That's all.
Okay. All right. Any advice that you would like to give people who are preparing for their interviews?
For the people who are preparing their interviews,
Yeah.
first of all, I would like to tell them that don't get tensed and don't expect any unexpected or out of the box question, because you are just coming from the phase where you have only dealt with books. You don't know what the practical exposure part is, so you need not worry. Be prepared with whatever you know and be able to explain it in your own words. That will be the only thing which they will check out for. And be sure whatever you're speaking, you speak confidently so that they feel you are good and have conceptual clarity. That will be conveyed through your confidence.
Right. Any communication skills tips that you want to give?
Better be prepared so that it automatically adds confidence to your communication. If you are having a problem in communication part, then you got to work on your communication skills. You got I don't know how this part has to be dealt because I have never had such problems. So but it always goes smooth enough if you're confident.
Yeah. So I think one thing that we can add here is that first you need to be very technically sound, and plus on top of that, you just need a little confidence so that you can present yourself in front of the interviewer. Right.
Yes,
Awesome.
exactly.
So thank you so much for this session, Umesh. So you've been working with PwC for almost a month now. How is your experience so far? Are you liking the work? What kind of work are you getting? Just so that our audience has an idea. Okay, this is how the journey of a CA article starts after joining a Big Four.
Okay, so having been with PwC for about a month now, Actually, I had joined in a very lucky time where PwC was celebrating its 150 years of legacy. So we were fortunate enough to attend events where we came to know about the PwC, its legacy and culture, and also had to attend very sumptuous lunches. So this was about my 21 days, and actually I have still have not been assigned any task as of now. There's still training videos going on, and still I have not been assigned to any work, so I can't comment anything about that.
Okay. So, thank you so much once again. All the best for your CA articleship journey and your final exams. We really hope that you qualify your exams very soon. And hopefully, we'll try to bring you after qualifying your CA on another podcast session to record your learnings, your journey, right? So, thank you so much and take care.
Sure. Thank you, Pooja.